This is Paul Maurice talking about chastising the media for how we're going to speak about the Leafs after losing 6-1.
Listen to me on this, but I would caution you from applying or assigning you guys are going to do it anyway. Those games are so tight. The emotion, the build up to the games, right? Like when we score the first goal, we own the first 10 minutes of the first period. They own the second 10 minutes. That's it. Both teams were.
We all agree.
If you flip it, you'd say, "Oh, they came out right." Well, we came out right. They found the answer to come back at us.
Okay, then
That's
what?
the truth, right? We scored a goal, and then we got those two, and it's just a puck to the net. It's not. It's so much closer than you think, but you're going to kill these guys, and they don't deserve it. That's 7 games, and we played well. I didn't like our first period in game 1. We played well in the 2 losses. None of you are going to listen to me.
So, like, Paul, you beat them. I hate this bashful aw shucks bullshit. I don't want to call it bad faith. Like, I don't think he's a liar. The 2 games you're talking about, like, he said this like 3-4 days ago, right? So it falls flat. No, they played great. When you beat them 6-1 at home in game 5, and game 7 comes around, the same thing happens, and you're like, oh, you guys are going to kill them, and it's unfair. Shut up.
We punched Anthony Stollers in the head. It was by accident. He's our friend. We beat them. We outscored them 12-2 on home ice in games 5 and 7. You know what? It was a lot closer than you think.
I didn't like our first period in game 1. All right, we get it. You're smart.
This is
holy shit,
This
Paul.
is the patronizing part that I can't stand.
What do you get? What do you get? A second ring for being the best on the mic too? Go and win a cup. Jesus.
The patronizing part is that Paul Maurice stepped up in front of that microphone and said, "Sorry, but you guys are dumb and we're smart."
Yep.
And I hate to throw that, because Paul Maurice is an extraordinarily smart guy. That's why he said it. I know he doesn't believe it. I know he's full of shit.
He also has no idea what he's talking about. Like, I know he was the Leafs coach. You don't know what pressure is. Like, the pressure here, he has no idea. The teams you coached here, Paul, were not close to being close. Your goalie sucked.
Yeah.
If you had some goaltending, you would have. And by the way, you didn't have any problem killing them. I remember him coming on Sportsnet and being like, we had no shot with those guys in net. You didn't have any problem killing them then because it served you. It made you look good, Paul. And this makes you look good. Oh, good guy, Paul, getting in front of the media and talking about the team that got outscored 12-2 on home ice, and they're good, and you guys are bullies. Fuck off. You're such a liar. Ugh.
I do find
nauseating.
I do think it's interesting that Thomas Drance tweeted this morning. He was talking about the Tkachuk appearance on Spit and Chicklets, but he did tweet this morning. He's like, these are not media comments about the actual game. These are recruitment videos.
Yeah, they don't want Sam Bennett to leave.
They don't want Sam Bennett to leave. They might want to get Mitch Marner.
Yeah, why not? Go out and get him.
So,
give it a shot.
And Matthew Tkachuk said today,
you know what I love is when a multimillionaire on a chaise longue made out of bent poor people who pays 0 state income tax is like, you know what? We're just chill here, and you guys aren't, and that's why you.
I wish you guys wouldn't care so much.
Yeah, I wish you wouldn't care so much. Is that's why you do all the documentaries there, Matthew? And that's why you do all the magazine covers and everything?
I haven't even read
That's
the
why
quote
you
yet.
do the Chicklets interview, is because you want less attention? You're Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. You know that, right? That we want privacy. We want privacy. No, you don't. What? No other league operates this way. And listen, when the players tell you Toronto hard, place where people don't care, easy, they mean it, and I think they're right. Mm-hmm. But you have to understand, this is the only professional sports league this applies to. Mm-hmm. It is anti-professional sports, and if you genuinely believe this, I don't believe you're pro sport, I think you're pro hockey. This doesn't apply to the NBA. It doesn't apply to the NFL. It doesn't apply to the MLB. It doesn't apply to European, South American, friggin' anywhere soccer other than the MLS, maybe. And who wins? Who wins? Like, who has routinely done well? Like the Galaxy. and like Messi he'll play and come off the field and fans leave. You know what I mean? Generally speaking, fandom and fanfare is what sponsors and pays for everything. When you're not begging for taxpayer dollars for a new arena, taxpayer dollars, by the way, that you've paid $0 towards because it doesn't come out of your paycheck in Florida, right? I don't know how the hell they pay for anything, right? Attention and fandom is why they lost. It makes me sick.
So let me can I give the Matthew Tkachuk quotes though? Because you
not really. I don't give a fuck.
But we still have to.
Go for it. What does this rat have to say after having no impact on a 7-game series?
He said, if you're going to play tentative, this is what he said last night, you probably don't belong in these games. And that is a shot at all the Toronto Maple Leafs because they played tentative, and he's right. And then this morning,
played tentative all series. He doesn't want to get hit.
And then this morning, he said if their team was not in Toronto dealing with all this crazy circus stuff outside of it, they'd be an unbelievable team.
Why'd you lose in the Four-Nation face-off? Lights too bright or what?
So he said both things.
Yeah?
And I think what's happening here, and you saw Marchand, like he was saying that, he grew up a Leaf fan and that, he told, Bissonnette on the TNT broadcast, well, I just believed. Yeah, this is a troll job.
I already knew Marchand was a Leaf fan because he mentioned that the last time he beat them. Fuck!
I think this is where I get frustrated because people are going to fall for this. People are going to fall for this.
People fall for worse things. It's all right.
I wanted to take a minute here and stand up for the fans. Because Leaf fans have taken a lot of shit. You got a players camp who hates them.
Most disrespected, underappreciated fan base in any sport.
You guys have seen dramatic loss after dramatic loss, and you still put 10,000 people in the square. Because you want it so bad. You want
filled the lower bowl for Game 6, and you paid to do it. You paid to be in a building.
Well, other teams do that
to watch it. Yeah, but still, you've sold out the lower bowl.
I hear Rogers put on a pretty good show.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah,
you have
put it on TV.
You know what? I have to say it. After Game 5, I saw the Hockey Night and panel go. The boos really don't help.
Thank you.
And I'm like.
I don't think the boos are to help.
Yeah.
Have we? How about? Can we address that? Have you ever been booing in a productive way?
That was good.
They're shouting "fuck you."
I was yelling "boo."
I paid $1,000 to be here. You're down 6-1, and I find discontentment in that. The booing is not to help. Sorry to break down the fourth wall. Sorry to blow your mind. The booing isn't to help.
That's a good point. I don't think they ever thought about it like that.
Well, the booing doesn't help.
Yeah, we know. Of the boos isn't to motivate the team.
I have.
I
have just about had it. Just about had it with the talking down to. What more do you want to put this fan base through? What more do you want to do here? And then to be chided on national television by the fan base that quite literally bankrolls your network. Mm-hmm. Are you kidding, guys? And I'm sorry, I know they're good people. I'm not trying to say that these are bad people.
Oh, we got to preface everything with they're good people.
But it's a terrible take. Come on the show.
Just have a conversation.
Come on the show and explain yourself. This is enough. Enough.
Dude,
hold on. This group deserves so much better. We deserve a local broadcast team. We can't get that. All the games are fucking national. So they got to be, even with Florida, we got to be neutral. We deserve a local panel. We get it from TSN. We get it from Amazon. We get it from fucking Amazon. Mm-hmm. We can't get it from Sportsnet.
Jeffrey.
It's crazy. I'm sitting here and I'm looking at the tweets today and people going, yeah, well, Leaf fans are toxic. I am begging, pleading with you to watch any other sport ever. Steve said it perfectly. Yeah. How does LeBron James get out of bed? How does Messi get out of bed?
Any NFL player.
How does Mo Salah get out of bed? I don't understand how you think. Listen, is fandom toxic? In certain cases, Every fan group is toxic.
Hell yeah.
Every
Dude,
one of them.
I went to a Scottish football game. First of all, there's a chain link fence separating the home supporters from the road. And the whole game that ended in a 0-0 draw, by the way, I made a compilation on my phone because I kept trying to get a goal. There were no goals. So it's just a compilation of Scottish people going, fuck off! Pesh! Fuck me! Fuck off!
Can you sing one of the songs?
Oh God.
It'd be like, fuck your grandma.
No, dude.
it'd be way
I
worse than
hope
that.
fuck your grandma.
Like that's
Way worse
there
than
every
that.
stalker chant.
There was, you know what it was? They were screaming such vulgar obscenities from, I think it was directed at the road supporters, and they were screaming it right back. And I was like, oh my God, there's kids here. And I look at the kids in the row in front of me, and the kids are going right back at them, going, oh, doing
Nice.
the jerk off motion. And I'm like, dude, it's.
No, every kid in Europe's born with like a Heineken in their hand.
I'm so grateful.
cigarette.
I am
cigarette.
so grateful for my immigrant in-laws. I am so grateful for my Scottish in-laws. For every time I go, so there's a narrative out there, and it's that Leaf fans blah da 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 da. And my father-in-law, it's the joke that never fails to get a laugh. It's a knee slapper every time. This man has cheered for Liverpool his whole life.
You think playing hockey in Toronto is hard?
Oh yeah, fuck off.
Hey,
Get out of
man,
here.
have the New York Yankees ever won a championship, or did
No,
the fans
they all
hold them
buckle
back?
under the pressure.
Oh, that's crazy.
Did you
because-
see Juan Soto return this weekend?
Yeah, and they all turned around.
So, yeah,
I
the
love that.
entire right field wall turned around
I love
when
that.
he came out. It was awesome.
I am.
Hilarious. No, and you know what friggin' Derek Jeter said every home game of his career? He peers behind the curtains and he goes, fuck!
There's people that want to watch me.
Boys, you're not going to like this. Fans came.
And this is where
And he never won a chip.
this is where it gets frustrating, because you have and I get it. It's the NHL. They don't want to have fans at the games. They just want to collect the paycheck. I am proud of the fact that I live and die by this team. I am proud of the fact. Don't read that.
No, I'm not.
I'm proud of the fact.
I'm incapable. I have no eyes.
I am proud of the fact that there are millions of us who are willing to. And I am proud of the fact that when Sheldon Keefe goes to the New Jersey Devils and says, well, you're in the real NHL now. Do you think the NHL's wouldn't be better with more fan groups like this?
No.
Do you think that Oilers fans, if they'd been through this, would it be any different? Canucks fans, Canadians fans? Because I can tell you, those guys get accused of being toxic all the time as well. But if they went through this shit, they would be Montreal, literally, Vancouver, literally riots.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's obnoxious. And if you don't want to take it from me, take it from a guy who played. Carlo Koliakovo. You guys interested in this?
Sure.
Here's what he said today.
First round pick.
The whole narrative that's being created that it's the media and the fans at fault for putting too much pressure on the team is quite comical. Toronto has the most passionate fan base in the world for NHL. I don't know if we can beat EPL fans.
I think he means in hockey.
And fans bleed blue and white for this team. I can tell you from someone that works in the media that we absolutely want nothing more than to watch the Leafs win. Exactly. We don't put pressure on this team or players. If anything, some of us get criticized when we pump this team's tires for being as great as they've shown us they can be, and wanting to believe each year will be different. We react the way they play. Is that what you call pressure? So let's be honest. Pressure is built from within and from similar failure. I hate it, and I believe every Leaf fan hates it. Toronto is undoubtedly one of the best markets in the world to play because people care. The spotlight is huge to me. That's what playing sports is all about. Either you want it and find a way to thrive, or you don't. I would have loved to play in these playoff moments when I played for the Leafs. Unfortunately, the closest I got was being haunted by the name Wade Dublowitz forever. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
Is there pressure to play here? Absolutely. Not because of the fans or the media making it hard. It's hard to play anywhere in the league when expectations aren't met. As far as where the future looks for this team and players, there is no excuse for losing the way they did in games 5 and 7, but be careful what you wish for, Leaf fans. Winning is harder than the NHL. This is a really good Leafs team that lost to a better Florida team, and then he goes off.
You could have left that end part out. He was on a roll.
And I think he nailed it.
He was on a roll up until that last sentence.
Jesse, nothing in life's perfect.
But this is where I come back to.
Don't tell me to run it back.
This is where I come back to. You're going to catch a lot of shit in the next few days, Leaf fans. You're going to catch a lot of shit. This is not your fault. There are people, Shanny's salary is rumored to be $7 million a year.
This conversation is psychotic.
No, but I want people to feel like I
know it's
to be clear.
though.
I don't mean,
because people are going to think that's
it's psychotic that we have to say these things.
Unfathomable that the people taking the most criticism today
are the fans.
Weren't on the fucking ice.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So I sit here and I just want to tell you, you're going to take a lot of shit and they're going to dunk on us, and I get it. And you know what? It's probably pretty satisfying on the other side. I'm not going to lie. Man, I wish I had a target like the Leafs. Oh, the content would be amazing.
I would have choreography to dunk on the Florida Panthers this morning, but alas.
So
you don't get to see my sexy moves.
With that in mind, I just want you to take this away and go, this ain't your fault. There are people on this team that need to go. And the person who needs to go the most is not Mitch Marner. It's not John Tavares. It's not whoever you don't particularly like. It's Brendan Shanahan, first, second, and third place.
I'm waiting for my notification from Leafs PR.
I know.
Brendan Shanahan's been let go, but it hasn't.
You know what?
Hasn't happened yet.
I blame him for the Mitch Marner situation more than I blame Mitch or his people or anything else. Mitch could have been traded, and Shanny should have seen that this was going to go this way. But he didn't. You know why? Arrogance. Oh, he's stubborn. He wants to stick to the Shanna plan. The plan isn't working. Hasn't worked for half a decade, Shanny. What are we doing? We got to this point, and you couldn't get us past. And what did you do? Nothing. You did nothing but the same thing you'd always done. And so now we're left looking like shit here, and you exposed Mitch, and you exposed Austin, and you exposed Willie and Tavares and the rest of them because you kept them together. And now you've exposed the number one most important thing. And people forget this, by the way. You know what fans are?
Forgiving.
The reason you are alive.
Clients. We're your clients. Why do you think anybody wants to sponsor the Leafs? Is it because they do it out of the goodness of their heart? It's because fans are like, hey, I'm there and I love the Leafs so much, and they want a piece of that.
I cannot overstate what a complete culture shock it was to go to San Jose and experience the Sharks. I cannot explain what a complete... Instead of everything being gate-kept and having to earn everything, they're like, come on in.
We're so happy to have you here.
They have to earn fans.
They have to earn fans, and they act like it.
Yeah, that's the reason.
It's so weird. Isn't it weird that the one thing we're being told is holding the Leafs back today is the one thing every other team is dying to achieve?
That's the reason the three of us were in San Jose this year. They're trying to grow their organization, so they reached out to a Toronto podcast to come down and see everything.
Because they can't get somebody from the Athletic or the San Jose Mercury or any of those guys or anybody from San Francisco to come out and bloody cover their team. And it's not because their team isn't great. It's not because they don't. Media's being cut back a lot. Let's be honest. That's part of it.
Yes, huge part of it.
That's the only part.
But they
of it.
just don't have the fan base, right?
They have, but with the fans they have, it's an amazing community. And you know what they do to the fans? They make them feel like, hey, you're a part of this. We couldn't be here without you.
Yeah.
And at that, the Leafs are like, oh, you're here again?
Yeah, because they take it for granted. Like the organization takes it for granted that they have so many fans, more fans than anybody.
What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Fuck off.